Hey everybody. Alright, I'm trying to give you an update on the garden situation. Okay, this is the mess that we're starting with. See, these are our pallets, but I want to show you. These are heavy duty pallets. I'm going to show you the thickness of the boards. These are used to ship heavy metal and stuff. So we were able to get these free. And remember, my puppies are frustrated by the ones next door, so forgive me. And I know I won't always be on screen perfectly, but here's my kids playing on the trampoline. I moved the swing set from the tour I gave you the other day. The shop's right there, and the swing set was long ways here. But we moved it sideways. We took the swings off and we took the slide off. We took the punching bag off. You see it laying under the over and past the trampoline. We moved the trampoline from the center of the other side of the yard to this side. So this is basically going to be the kids' play area. And my kids are bigger, as you see. They're teenagers now. And so they don't need all this big old yard. I'm going to show you. That's where the trampoline was, and there's my bio orb. I call it the bio ball, but it's a compost ball. And the circle where the trampoline was, and this little white pole by Cozy, and these little white poles. I've got them. I actually moved them closer to the shop side of the yard because I wanted to get the flattest land possible. So I still have a walking space this wide. What's that, about 6-8 feet wide. These are poles that are going to be used for my trellising. I was going to show you a little update on my compost pile. I read somewhere that compost actually needs weight. That's why they put them in big piles. And so, since I don't really have enough for a big pile, I shoved as many leaves as I could get in here. And I put this acrylic top on there and weighted it down, pushed it down with my foot to get it where it wasn't bowed. And it is getting warm in there. I put my hand up under it and it is getting warm. So we are working from that tall white pole, that pole right over there by the chair. And it's 25 feet. There's a pole. And then this pole nearest me. It's 25 feet square. And I still have this much yard for the dogs to run. I have this little area here. I just really want to pull this up. I have neighbor dogs that are really annoying and bark too much. Anyway, I did decide that I'm going to take on this back wall, probably between the trees that I have there, the little small trees, I'll probably run sprinkle hay through there and through here, and I may put some of my vines like no, maybe pumpkins, but probably watermelon, cantaloupe, cucumbers, and I'll let them run on the ground for a certain amount. Now this was a blackberry bush last year, and we had a kind of an angled trellis, and we grew snow peas on it. But this is the old, out of the two of my blackberry bushes, this is the only one that remains. And then I understand that they put out on second year growth. So that's the first year growth, died back. And then this one shoot is this year's. Don't expect a lot from it. This right here is a raspberry bush, and this is a blackberry bush, a thornless ebony king, I think it's called. And so that gets us back here, the air conditioner unit, and back over here. My husband's got a station here, and I tell you what I'm doing. I am using the heavier pallets that are like this when they come. I'm taking, and right here, I'm sawing these nubs off so that everything's even, because we're chopping them. There's two. There's 1, 2, on each end that are too long. And then we're going to cut them right here at an angle. And then what we end up with is this. It is, I'm going to lay it down without killing it all. Two boards with 2 posts. And we'll put them side by side. We'll push them in the ground on this post. And then, because I sawed these nubby ends off, I'll be able to bolt them up to each other. I may use, in this gap, either some fabric to hold the dirt in. But we haven't decided. We may use some of the other boards from the unacceptable pallets just to make a board there to close it out. So every pallet's going to give me 2 of those. My husband's figuring 25 feet square. He needed about, however long those are, I think he figures we needed 10 pallets, which would give us 20 sections. So that's what we're doing today. I've cut back some things. Willow, not a willow, what is that? Wisteria. Cut back the roses. I know I didn't exactly do it right. The weeping willow is blooming out. I was going to show you from the shop door here. When I look, not too crowded. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. I mentioned before that this area is going to be boarded in, just as though it's going to be a bed, a raised bed. And I'm going to plant a ridiculous amount of corn in a compact, highly nutrient-rich dirt, and let the corn grow up through here. And this is going to be the 3 sisters. I'm going to plant peas at the base of each pole. And so peas or beans, whichever I figure is best for this, probably pink eye, purple hull, will run up these. And I'm going to take the swings, little hooks up here, and run string around to give it a little more webbing and netting, to run. And then again, I'm going to have some peas running in the corn. And then it says squash, or I think what I'm going to do is my pie pumpkins to run in between. But because I'm putting such a tight amount of corn, I don't know. This is underneath this slide platform. This is a little kids climbing wall. I'm leaving it there. And then this underneath area. And then there's actually, from that little tree, see the board that balances from the climbing up the slide? I'll probably put another one here and frame it off. And under here, this is going to be shaded. It's going to be a heavy shading this year. It'll be a light shading. I'm going to put probably spinach in there, and that will keep it from getting too hot and because we're in the Memphis, Tennessee area. It gets really hot here, and I don't know how long I'll be able to do the spinach, but I want to keep it a little chilly. So that being said, here's the hubby and female unit, and we're just trying to get this stuff done. So what I'm doing, my husband has bonsais, and this is a tall bonsai table, and he just cleared it off and moved it for me. And this is my little station. He's fixing to put some bad to the bone steaks over here. And this is what I'm using, my husband's circular saw. And I'm just lining it up here, zipping these ends off, walking around, zipping the other ends off on the other side. And then I get somebody who's strong to come and lift it off and get me the next one. I'm collecting all my little sawdust and nibbins. And these are the ones I've finished that my husband's going to take. The Sawzall so far has been the best tool that we can figure where this gap is to cut for the post here at the angle. So he has to do that because I'm not strong enough to work the Sawzall. This is Blue. He says hi. So I just wanted to update you on the garden and where we're at with it. Yeah, it's a mess.